Hello, YouTube. Making another video after my video last week. Got a little bit of alcoholic substance in this Gatorade. Oh, that's better. So I talked the last time about the 1,290 days, the 1,335 days, and what I feel like we're reaching here. And I think I was a week early. I think I was 1 week early when I made that video last week, centered around the week of Thanksgiving 2021, that I thought was the start, but that might have been a little early. Like, when I mean like a week early by a little. Like, it's right around then that it started. So now, 1,335 days ago, which again is that prophecy in Daniel, that many days ago is now the first week of December 2021, which I really, really think is it. And this is what I'm going off now. I'm going to read the Bible verse again. This is Daniel 9. And its end will come like a flood. Even to the end there will be war. Desolations are determined. And this is the important part. And then he will confirm a covenant with many for 1 week. For 1 week he confirms a covenant. But in the middle of the week he will stop sacrifice and offering. I feel like I pinpointed that for December 1st, 2021, as when sacrifice and offering was abolished. And then after that it says, on the wing of abominations will come. And this translation even has will come, like emphasized. It's in different font. Will come the one who makes desolate. So that's what you have to look for, because it gives 1,335 days from the time those two things happen. And I always thought it was simultaneous. So I was expecting a few days ago to see the end of the tribulation, because I thought it was simultaneous. But then when I reread it, it says, there will come one who makes desolate, which indicates it hasn't yet happened. When you're at the middle of the week, it hasn't yet happened. So I think at the end of the week is when that happens. I think that's why they say they make a covenant for 1 week, because I think by the time the week's over, it's all happened. And that's interesting because that first week of December, the end of that week, 1,335 days ago, tomorrow would be the 1,335th day. That would be tomorrow. So that's what I think now. And again, the reason I make these videos and the reason I put stuff out there is because I think I'm heavily involved in all these things that took place. The situation I'm in, I think I'm heavily involved in these prophecies. So I think about my experience. The first thing is it lines up. I always remembered this process of entering the tribulation. I always remembered it as a process. And like that's kind of what they spell out in Daniel 9, where it says they'll abolish sacrifice and offering in the middle of the week, and then by the end of the week, the abomination is set up. More like a process, and that's how I remember it. Because there's a lot of things taking place, a lot of stuff going on. And I have a picture in my phone, in my camera roll, of December 5th, that first weekend after the first week in December. And I've had my eye on this picture for a while because I'm almost positive that's in the tribulation. Almost positive that's in the tribulation. And what I think now, coming to this point, is I think that was the first day of the tribulation. And I explained this on Instagram, but I used to take pictures in my phone of random stuff, kind of as markers for where I was at in the path. Because this path I've been on is such a blur, such a whirlwind, so much suffering, so much challenge. I would take pictures to mark where I was at, and that's the last time I did that. That was the last time I took a picture like that, really, to mark where I was at. And that's why I think it's the start of the tribulation. And I think tomorrow is a massive candidate. It's probably going to be the end of the tribulation tomorrow. And again, it's very impactful, the situation I'm in. If it's not obvious by now, I believe the situation that I'm in personally with all these crazy struggles and these crazy revelations I've gone through and challenges, I believe that situation is those things that are prophesized about, the end times, and the battle, the spiritual battle at the end time, and the person you have to overcome, and overcoming evil. I believe all these things I've been through are those things. So hopefully when people watch this, it will be from seeing the revelation that should happen tomorrow, and then coming across the stuff that I put out online and coming across these videos. But we are due for really great things. We are due for really great things, man, at the end of this. And I don't know what else to say right now, but I just wanted to make another video to say new tribulation is probably ending tomorrow. The new prediction for the tribulation ending is probably tomorrow. 1335. So yeah, I don't know if this is going to be something I do, if I'm going to make YouTube videos once this is over and people kind of realize what I went through. So I'm just making these just in case this is something I choose to do. But yeah, so anything else I want to say? It's just like, you got to have faith and hope. And the verses in Revelation 19, which I'll read right now, are what should confirm to you to have faith and hope. I'll just skip to 1916, or I'll skip to 1917. And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, Come gather yourself unto the supper of the great God, that ye may eat the flesh of kings, flesh of captains, flesh of mighty men, flesh of horses, and them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. And I know what that's indicating. I know what that means, and we've come to that already. And then I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered to make war against him that sat on his horse and against his army. And I remember that. I remember the beast gathered to make war. It came in the form of another persecution. So that's been fulfilled. And then the very next verse, and the beast was taken. This is what's important. The beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that received the mark of the beast and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. That's what's important, is if you read Revelation, Revelation is truth. Revelation is prophecy. It prophesies the beast being taken. It prophesies an end to this. So you can't lose hope. You can't say this is never going to happen. You can't say good things are never coming. This is prophesied. It's going to happen. And again, I think the situation has to do with me, which saying it now, no one's going to believe it, but when people see the revelation that's going to happen and people see what I went through, you're going to believe it. And it's going to make sense. And I believe the 7-year tribulation was the last 7 years. I think people who believe tribulation is some crazy thing, like 490 years long, or the tribulation already happened, or it hasn't happened yet, I think those people are all nuts and have no idea what they're talking about. I don't know how you can go through these last 7 years and not realize it's a tribulation. So, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see if I start posting once this revelation happens again. Should be tomorrow. Pretty confident it should be tomorrow. So we'll see what I do. But yeah, take it from there.